Well, hello guys, welcome to another day with Zimaleta. Today I have posted a video and I've asked for you guys to put your response, your input as to what kind of videos I should make and that kind of thing. And I was asking you guys, should I make expediting videos like me traveling, collecting freight and stuff like that? And you guys have replied yes, along with other questions. So I'm kind of thinking, you know what? This is what I'm going to do. I will make an expediting video of me going and showing you guys how I'm picking up loads, where I'm picking them up, as I'm doing that, I will also talk about expediting business in general, why am I doing it, how you could get into it, that kind of thing. You know, why does it make sense for me to do it? So anyways guys, let's begin. So right now I actually was home, and I was home for the hurricane, you know, Irma. So I actually came home and I stayed with my family. I just wanted to make sure I'll be with them in case we needed to go north or west or somewhere to try to get out from the storm. I also did some videos guys for you at home. I got a chance to work on my Sprinter that was not starting. I did not try to start it or nothing, but I have disassembled an entire front end. I got a whole video for you guys on that. I need to get through the editing and everything, and you'll see everything that I did. I ran into some problems with the bolts being stuck because that Sprinter has a lot of mileage, and they're stuck so bad that it makes you want to give up removing them completely. But you know me, I don't give up. I don't give up that easy. So you'll see how I actually dealt with it and that kind of thing. But anyways guys, I got called for a load and I'm actually driving right now to pick it up. I gotta actually go to South Carolina, pick it up, and I'm gonna be taking it to Michigan. Normally that's exactly what I'm doing. So let me get to one of the first questions. You guys have asked me, why did I get back into this business again? So let me first tell you why I got out of this business. And I got out of this business, well, I started this business back in 2007. I started like in September. And here's the way I started it, because since we're talking about that, you know, that way if you guys are watching it for the first time and you're thinking, how can you start and stuff, here's the way I started. I knew nothing about the business, guys. I didn't know nothing about the Sprinters. Man, I didn't even know there was expediting. I wish somebody would have told me, you know, but nobody told me this kind of stuff. And I didn't see anybody, you know, from my community where I was driving a Sprinter or actually doing this. Otherwise, I would have asked what they're doing. So anyways guys, I just found out about it, that they exist. I didn't even see one. I guess I didn't even think about it. So when I found out they exist, I started doing my research, and of course this was in 2007. So I found some 2006 models, and you know, I've looked at them and they were still priced real expensive. We're talking like above $30,000, guys. And I found some of those, and let me unplug this here. My iPhone screen is going black because it's, I don't know, it's I guess it's becoming warm or something. But anyways, I've looked at that Sprinter. I'm kind of thinking this is kind of expensive, and you know, what does the dealers have? And the dealers, they were having the new models like the 2007s. So I was thinking, all right, should I buy this 2006 or the newer 2007? And the newer 2007s was like a no-brainer. The only problem with that was, guys, everybody had them above $40,000. We're talking like $45,000 to $48,000 in 2017, which was kind of strange. So I started researching across the whole United States. I'm pretty good with my research, and I think you guys are the same. I mean, you know, we have Google. It just takes a little time, you know, to do your research. So I found other dealerships across the country that was selling it for $38,000. So, you know, that gave me opportunity to try to bargain with the dealer for the lowest price. So I called a dealer in Lake Norman, North Carolina, like Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep and Dodge type of dealership, and I've seen that they had an inventory. So I asked them about the Sprinter, and you know, like a regular 170 wheelbase, not extended. They had one that was basically fully loaded, I guess. You know, it had everything power, it had steering wheel controls, to answer phones and, like volume controls and that kind of thing. They told me that was like really good. And they told me they're selling like hotcakes and that kind of thing. So I asked them over the phone, will they be able to, compare the prices to the other dealerships and, match the price at $38,000? And they said, yeah, come to the dealership. So guys, I came to the dealership. I ended up coming there with my wife. I took my grandpa and stuff. He wanted to see kind of like what's going on. So I just straight up bought a Sprinter. I put $2,500 down. I didn't have $2,500, guys, at the time. I was kind of broke. But the thing is, the dealer didn't know that. I just came there dressed up in a suit, brought my beautiful wife with me, my grandpa. I acted like I was important, and I wasn't. But one thing that I did have is good credit history. I had like over 750 credit score. And so I come there to the dealership, and they just right off the bat, allowed me to buy it. And I wrote a check for $2,500. I said, can you guys cash this in 45 days? They said, yes, that's gonna be fine. And I said, can you make my first payment not start till 30 days? That was important because I didn't have any money. So basically they said, yeah. Man, they brought my Sprinter around after about a couple hours of negotiating that kind of thing and paperwork. They brought it around, gassed it up for me, washed it and everything. I'm thinking, man, like, am I really gonna get this thing? I mean, it really felt awesome, I couldn't believe it. Like, why would they let me have it, I didn't have no money. So that kind of thing. So this is the way I got in. So if you don't have no money, then yeah, an option to try to go buy one, there's an option. I don't recommend it, but if you don't have no money and you're just trying to get started, that's an option. You just can't take no cheap freight for that. Like, no 80 cents for that. No 80 cents. 85 got to be a minimum, 90 cents. You got to get at least 90 cents. Guys, I got people that I know, okay, other drivers. And, man, they ask for like 95 cents on a dollar and they get it every time because they're driving newer Sprinters, And some guys with newer Sprinters, they don't ask for the best price. And they take 65 cents. Are you kidding me? Why would you drive for that? So anyways, guys, I kept that Sprinter for 2 years. I've been driving it and stuff, and I saved up some money and I bought myself another Sprinter. Like I used 2002 Sprinter, guys. Except I thought I was getting like this massive deal, because I got it for like 8,500 bucks and it only had 86,000 miles on it, but they lied. They switched the speedometer. I was getting it from the Polish guys. So guys, if you're buying it from the Polish, just watch out. Here's the thing. I took it for service to the dealer, and it stopped working for me. I could tell you a story on it like later on, but long story short, it basically stopped starting up for me. It died on me. I didn't think it was something really major, but at the same time, I couldn't figure out what it was because, like I'm saying, I didn't know nothing about the Sprinters back then, especially diesels. I knew cars, but not diesels. So I took it to the dealer, and they started looking around and stuff. And in less than a week, the dealer told me, they're like, and it's the same dealer that I bought my other Sprinter from. They're like, did you know your VIN number does not match from the speedometer, to your, Sprinter? And I said, no, I didn't know that. And they said, yeah, we ran the numbers and everything, and the Sprinter is actually, last time it registered, it had like 275 miles on it, 275,000 miles on it, guys. And I was like, ouch, so I called the guy up, and he's like, yeah, I don't know, I'm selling it from my friend, and he's already in Poland. Okay, good luck finding that, So anyways, I had to deal with it. We figured out what's wrong with it. I got it running, I started driving, and then come 2011, so I mean, look how many years I've already been in business. 2011, by that time I already had 3 vans. I had 2 Sprinters, and I had a Chevy Express van. Okay, I put a driver in the Chevy Express van. I put a driver on another van that I had extra, and I was driving my 2002. I actually had the driver drive the newer van that I was driving. So anyways, that all went pretty good. And then I ended up taking some time off, and then before you know it, my driver quits, And then of course, you know, the other driver that I just hired in 2011, because I first hired my first driver in 2010, and then in 2011 hired another driver for the Chevy Express van. He was excited to work. Man, I told him everything, guys. I explained him this business like you would be annoyed hearing me explain it, because that's how thorough I was, and I want to make sure he's going to do everything right. Well, first trip, he didn't do nothing correctly. I'll get about that on another video, like when you're dealing with drivers and stuff, if you're trying to get drivers. But anyways, long story short, he was late 10 hours to his delivery, and the company ended up not paying me any money. And I told them, look, I can't pay you because you were late, because they were fined, you know, because that's how it is. If you're late like a couple hours or something, you're not going to get paid. The broker's just not going to pay the company. That means you're not getting paid. So it was just basically I lost money in that deal because I bought insurance, you know, fuel and stuff like that, all the registration, all the titling and stuff like that. So that was not a good deal. And then to make matters even worse, in 2011 in February, a drunk driver hit my Sprinter. I was side parked. I was visiting my uncle, and I was side street parked, and it was allowed. You know, I had my Sprinter parked there because there's no room in the driveway because they had like 4 cars, and a drunk driver totaled my 2002 Sprinter. They hit it right in the front. Just totaled the heck out of it. So I ended up selling it, and you know, my wife's, you know, she was already pregnant at the time. I kind of took it like, I don't know, like a sign. So maybe I should be like with my wife and stuff like that, and you know, that kind of thing. I had some money at the time, so what I ended up doing is I sold a hit Sprinter. I got rid of the the driver's Sprinter too, and I sold the Chevy Express van. So I still had some money. And then I just moved to Florida, and I just lived off my sales and stuff, and the money I had saved up. I just lived for a whole year. I did not even work. I just spent with my wife, and we went through the pregnancy together. You know, I just try to assist her as much as possible. So that's why I was not working. That's why I got out of it, guys.